Good morning, good morning. It's Rebecca Thompson here, talking to you from our local beach. I got a little bit of shade across my face because I'm just sitting here in the lee out of the wind. And I wanted to talk to you today a little bit about what happens when you may be feeling a bit more stressed, because you might have self-care practices and yet they can dissipate when you need them most. And this is something I've been noticing, with my people that come to my events recently and things that people are telling me, and obviously like my own experience, that this is what happens. Yeah. So I want to talk about this today. Let's see if we can get some insight. I'm going to give you three key things to be aware of, or three things to do, allow yourself to do, and give yourself permission around when you are in this state of stress and you are looking to still get out of it, obviously, and not spiral down. Now, if you don't know me, I run programs called Be a Beacon for Women, and I help women to create the impact that they want, to stay on track with their purpose and do what they love without compromising their health and well-being, without burning. Let's get stuck into this today, because we had an event yesterday that was probably one of the most signed up for events that we've had, but the worst attended events online. And I found it really interesting because so many people obviously wanted to come to this event. It was a free event, and yet the attendance was the poorest that we have ever had. And so, being who I am, I'm like, okay, well, let's just check this out. And I rang everybody. And what I'm discovering is that people are so stressed at the moment and their energies are so scattered, they can't even rock up to something that is really, really going to help them. And I know that this happens to people just on a day-to-day level. So here's the thing that I heard from a lot of these women that I spoke to yesterday on the phone as well, is signed up for so many different free things and were looking in so many different areas for something, and had got themselves in like huge, even more overwhelm, and were unable to then anything, and had lost track of even like what day it was, let alone what it was that they'd signed up for to do. And this is what happens when you can get into a place. Three things can happen, right? The first one is that you end up just doing nothing. You pull back from everything. And the other thing, you go into full seeker mode and go into overwhelm and spread your energies in all different directions trying to find the answer, not committing to anything. So here are the three things I really want to allow you to give yourself permission for. And the first thing is to go towards the path of least resistance around the tools that you already have. So what tools do you already have, and what is the path of least resistance? So for me, for example, if I'm having a bad day, my path of least resistance would be to do some mantra. Right? It would be some chanting, some mantra to really start to shift me. But if I tell myself that I have to do an hour and a half of yoga on the mat, or I have to go for a run, or any of those things, for me, that won't happen. For you, it might. But my path of least resistance would be to do some mantra and then to meditate. And then I might feel like I want to do something else. I'm going to feel better, right? So we need to kind of lower those expectations and go to the path of least resistance. The second thing is to really keep it simple. So whether that is, like I just said, I just do my mantra and don't expect myself to do any more, or you just pick that one thing and keep it simple. If you're looking for an event, if you're looking for some help and support, pick one thing at a time. Don't go spreading yourself thin, because as we know, the answers aren't in that bright, shiny object and all those different possibilities. You need to pick one thing that really feels good and go with that, and then take that to the end and see if that's for you. So keep it simple. You may have 100 tools in your basket, but if you don't do you, and it's going to put you into more overwhelm. You can pick one thing, do it really well, and this is like whether it's in your business or whether this is in your self-care or reap the results from that way more than trying to spread yourself thin. So path of least resistance, keep it simple. And the third thing is, what this is going to allow you to do is to create consistency, and whether that is routine or just as something that you do every day. It doesn't have to be at the same time every day if you have one of those interesting, routines. but the consistency of getting better at something by keeping it simple. All right, and by showing up for yourself. And you need to create, again, a routine that works for you. And this is when you can follow the same rules around your consistency. That's my dog having a little bark at the other dogs on the beach. You create consistency, again, by going the path of least resistance and keeping it simple, right? So make your consistency, link it in with something that you are already consistent with. So this is what I tell my clients, if you're first starting to create a self-care routine, link it to something that you already have a routine with. So if you already have a routine to have a cup of tea or a cup of coffee or a sit down quietly in the morning, link your self-care to that routine. So do some gratitudes there, do a meditation there, do some mantra at that same time. So you're not trying to suddenly create all these new routines. You're using what you already have, and then you go deeper with that. Once you start with that path of least resistance, simplicity and consistency, then you're going to start to feel like maybe if there is something else you need to take on, then you can. So I hope that has helped you. Let me know, if that speaks to you. And remember those three key things: a path of least resistance, simplicity, and consistency. And please be kind to yourself. To create stability, safety, and consistency and certainty in as many ways as you can in your life, and that comes from going within. That's where the unwavering place is, within you. And we are being called again and again to come back in and go deep into that consistency and unwavering presence within. So much love to you. And, if you do feel that now is the right time for you to get some consistent support, reach out to me. We have an event tomorrow and Friday that we're running on my Brilliance Without Burnout online events. This gives you some tangible tools. If you don't have those tools already, or you need a really good reminder, or you just want to be an incredible, held, sacred space and go deep into your presence over the next couple of days, then just pop a message on here and say, tell me more, or yes, please, Bex, and I will send you the information about that. So 2 online events tomorrow and Friday, holding a sacred space for you to really get still, find your unwavering presence, find your stillness. These are simple but incredibly powerful tools that are at the foundation of everything that I teach, and I'm going to share them with you over the next couple of days. So, like I say, just pop in a little message here below if you would like more information on that, and I will send you a PM, because this is a potent time right now, and we're being called to go in. We're being called to remember what is really important, and simplicity is where it's at, and depth is where it's at, and supporting each other in community is where it's at. So I would love to support you, and do reach out if you feel the call. All right, beauties, take care, everyone. Mwah. Stay simple, stay consistent. I love you.